Hey Legionnaires, welcome back to more Dawnless Days action as we have the Wood Elves, as you can see, allying with the forces of Mordor here. We have in front of us here, we have Gothmog, the new captain of Mordor that you can actually get now in the mod. Guys, I presume these are servants of the Eye bodyguard, but it doesn't really say what they are. I presume they're very heavy melee infantry, black Numenoreans. Presuming that is what they are supposed to be. But yeah, already Mordor here, as you can see, is powering on forward. We've got the Warg Riders here already going inside the settlement, trying to, I guess, get some early charges off, but they are being faced by spears in front of them. We have got the Uruk throng here as well, claiming these outer towers, which no one ever seems to defend this outer area. I don't know if it would ever be possible. But yeah, no one defends this area, it seems, on this settlement here. I think this is like just a generic Northman map is what it's supposed to be called as. But we've seen it quite a few times now in recent sieges. Seems to be quite a common one people are playing on. We have got a 4v3 here, so the defenders are outnumbered by quite a bit. They have 8,900 originally. Already lost about 100 troops. Have the attackers. The defenders are yet to lose a man or a orc, I should say, an elf or an orc. Because we do have the orcs of the north here, and they are with the Noldorian elves of Imladris, and we do also have the Woodland Realm on the defense here today, as well as it being on the attack in this siege here. We also do have, I believe, somewhere along here, yeah, we've got Lothlorien as well. Lothlorien over here, so we've got another elven faction in play. And then I think we also have Dunland as well as in play as well. So Dunland, Mordor, Woodland Realm, and Lothlorien on the attack, and then Woodland Realm, Orcs to the north, and Imladris on the defense. I imagine the funds have been shifted around, so it's fairly balanced. So I imagine the defenders have got more cash to work with, or the attacks have less cash to work with. It'll be one or the other one. That's how they'll balance it in this 4v3. We do have some very solid troops on the front line here for the Orcs of the North. We have got the Red Citadel Guards and their elite infantry here being sent in first. We've got Forest Axes as well going in from the Elves. Elves here. I mean, I guess maybe there's a Woodland Realm sort of split. Well, I guess both are evil though, because they're allying with Orcs of the North. Or maybe the Orcs of the North are the good guys now, and they are, you know, breaking away from Mordor. It's a very strange alliance, I'll give it that. Yes, for Orcs of the North to be here today, we are using War of the Mountains, which should add a whole bunch of new Dwarven factions, and it adds the Orcs of the North and Gundabad as a faction. And we also do have Last Breath on, which adds a few new units, and also a few new factions as well. Two rosters. We do have the Elves here battling against each other. Lothlorien in the Woodland Realm, the Wood Elves. They are technically different sort of Wood Elves, but yeah. They're the actually, no, they're both Teleri. Okay, there you go. They're not Avari. I was thinking one of them was Avari, but not the case. Or isn't one Sindar and one Teleri? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. On my my Elven lore, and always get them mixed up. We've got Galadriel Bow Warriors here getting some nice side shots into the side of these Lasgarden Spears. That's really going to help out. Also, actually, I think shooting the Forest Sentinels here, getting some shots on them while they sat back. But yeah, they are getting sent in. The Lorien Sword Company here are going to get chopped to pieces by those big heavy axes. The forest axes are wielded in there. And there you go, yeah, instantly Lothlorien starts to lose that fight there. Very, very nice. We do also have some spears here, Heroes of Amonlonk guarding that arch little force there. I guess maybe they've seen the Forest Riders. I presume the Forest Riders can just traverse around and hit that. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. But yeah, Lothlorien here, looks like he's got Galadriel Sword Warriors. He's not got anything like, he's got a pretty regular army, I'd say. I don't know if he's like short on funds, but Admiral Sentinels are pretty solid. But his army's, yeah, it's reasonably sized. He's only got 3 bows, I've realized, which might be another thing that they balanced with. The defenders can bring 4, the attackers can only bring 3. So that's all these obviously things. Like, if you have the same amount of bows that you can bring, then you're going to get outnumbered in a 4v3. But a 4v3, 4 bows for the defenders, and then 3 for the attackers. Does mean you both sides end up with 12 range units, which is always good. So it's a nice little balance there. So I think that is what they've done. So yeah, you can see here, there's 3 bow rabble here, and I think that'll be the same with Dunland and with the Woodland Realm as well. Woodland Realm actually, like gold chevroning his Lasgarden ranges, which is insane. lot of money being put into those. Orcs fighting orcs here. Elves fighting elves. No one's coming out of as a winner in this one, that's for sure. There you go, we've got the shock going in. Tomb Raiders there. Lara Croft going in, doing her bit with her double Desert Eagles. Got some good uses. We've got Champions of Dolgul on the front line here. Because Orcs of the North is a combination of Gundabad and Dolgul, so it's kind of a pretty strong roster. And it seems to be destroying Dunland over here. We've got Hill Wardens, which I don't think actually we've ever seen in a battle yet. They're a tier 4 unit, and the Huskarls are too. They're in here. Dunland just usually spams shocks, so I mean, yeah, Huskarls and like Hill Wardens are rarely brought. We've got some orcs in there as well, knocking about. But yeah, mostly Dunland will bring shock, you know, bring Wars Champions. It's one of the few tier 4 shock infantry units that is not capped, and I think it's a mistake by the devs. I'm not sure, but it is not capped. So yeah, this is usually what Dunland just brings all the time, just spams these guys out. So there's 7 here. Interesting enough, the attackers are trying to take a range fight here. Dunland is going to lose that fight. His archer here banned there in a 4v2 range fight. He's got another one over there, but it's not joining in on the range action. We've got another Warlords champion here, but that is a general one. We've got 8 in total. We have got some Olog High as well. So they've got lots of very nasty units yet to throw and have the attackers, who are taking considerable losses here already. They're already, yeah, 7,700. But I mean, the defenders are taking a fair few as well. They've lost a good 600 troops. But yeah, the attackers are looking at nearly losing about 2,000 already. They're going in that direction quite quickly. Yes, if you're a fan of all things Dawnless Days and Lord of the Rings, and you are wanting to see more of this sort of content, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're on here, and a comment showing support. It really does help out the channel. And if you have any replays to send in, like the player that's sending this one in, do send them into my Discord. The link is down below in the description, as always. And if you're wanting to, you know, find out more about the mod, like release dates for campaigns, so people have been asking about it a lot recently. Even though I feel like it was announced like ages ago by the dev team in their trailer and stuff like that, and I announced it as well. I feel like in a video. I have done many a video and stream. The end of 2025, the campaign will be out. No precise date, but the deadline is the end of 2025. So do with that as you will. There you go, Forest Axe is chewing through the sword company here, doing a really good job. Thing is, that Lothlorien's troops will hold for ages. The morale for the elves is just really, really good. And we're going to see a cab fight here. So we are back, and yes, the replay did just crash as these two sides collided. Evidently, Attila did not like the idea of the Forest Riders going in against the Warg Riders here. Wargs are an anti-cav unit. They, on the charge, have not done so well. Certainly not this one. This Warg Rider here is not suffered so badly, because I think the Forest Rider didn't get quite a good enough charge on it. So this will be interesting how this goes down. But also, Heroes of Amon Lank are joining the fight. They have got infantry support close at hand. It was a very bold and maybe silly move, to be honest, from the Wood Elf player here, to send in his riders unsupported against a fight that he wasn't going to win very easily, very quickly, and be able to get in and out. If he was attacking infantry, that would be fine. Get in and out and get themselves some kills. But yeah, these Warg Riders are not going to shatter that quickly. They're stubborn units. They hold for a little while. There you go, the Warg Rider here. I mean, this one's been slammed straight on. He's done well to kill this one off as quickly. His other Forest Rider, though, is going to die soon. He should get this cav out of here. Yep, he's going to do that. Very smart. Take the win where you can get it. Not really worth it, though. I mean, they are now getting shots with the Forest Archers there, pinning down, like shooting at these Wargs here. The Wargs, though, I was going to say disengage. They could go again for the other cavalry unit, but they're not going to do that. Forest Riders here. I mean, yeah, it's a reasonable trade, I think, monetarily wise. Mordor's done better out of that. That's for sure. And yeah, the Wood Elves are going to retreat. And that's kind of like giving away that there is cav out here. There is more cav knocking about as well. Servants of the Eye for the Orcs and Orcs also out here. Also, there's a unit of just swords chilling back here. We've got Lorien's Sword Company from Lothlorien chilling there waiting. They're going to go up that narrow pathway. But there is stuff defending here. We do have Hall Guardians and Gate Wardens, both with triple bronze chevrons guarding that path. So it's going to need a little bit more than that Lorien Sword Company to break through there.
Enemy units have rallied and returned to the
And nearly through here, though, the attack, because we've got a Lasgarland Spears breaking through. And there's a whole bunch of orcs down here. I think most of these are friendlies. Yeah, Gundabad Warlords, Tomb Raiders in there. We've still got Morgul Raiders in there. There's a whole mess, to be honest, down here of orcs and elves for both sides. I think actually most of the elves might be attacking ones. But yeah, this choke point is getting pretty thin for the defenders. We are about to see, yeah, you can see Gundabad Warlords still a guard just about holding. Archers right bound mountain orc versus here, firing profusely. They need reinforcements. And they're going to get some Gundabad Warlords in there, but they need them there soon. You can see the attackers are sensing blood. They are nearly through here. And there you go, they are through. And are they going to be able to break through this line? In they go. The Gundabad Warlords are not going to be able to save that choke point. Just about. They are going to be able to spill through. Black Shield bodyguards are going to try and get around the Mount Orc versus need to get back now. They're already taking a lot of losses. 50 men lost in that retreat there, or 50 orcs lost in that retreat. This choke point now is obviously threatened as well. Whether the elves want to maybe shift some of their troops and maybe help try and support blocking this back up. Because yeah, Black Shield bodyguards still engaged in the Mount Orc versus it. And this choke point is now also open because the attackers can just spill troops through this gap here and then into the back of this choke point here, which Imladris is defiantly defending, but it is losing because there's guards to the teeth and they're poking him. And yeah, the shock infantry can't get close enough to that polearm unit to do any damage. And there you go, exactly what I said. The Black Shield guards are disengaged. They're still trying to get after the Mount Orc versus. They are trying to go as deep as possible. I think that's not a good idea. I would have got into this choke point here if possible, or attack the Goblin Blade Warriors, because they're just going to encircle now the Black Shield bodyguards here. Though there are another Black Shield bodyguard is coming in. I wouldn't say it's pulling through. No, actually, it's absolutely not at all. I was trying to work out where the line started. It's not at all. And it's actually managed to pin that Blade Warrior down. And the other Black Shield guard is losing here. He gets bastard by Tomb Raiders. And archers are firing to the side as well. I think that's the Wooden Realm trying to support the defense. Yeah, they are holding halberds, Gundabad. They might want to try and think about shifting them forward. I don't know what the plan is, whether they're going to try and keep holding those choke points. A lot of teams do fall back to this final point here, but there's a lot of time left on the clock. Don't know if they could do that yet. Another offensive is being made over here as well with the cavalry by the looks of it. That looks like that's going to go back in with the support of the Servants of the Eye. It's dangerous to play. I mean, there's a lot of Lothlorien troops that can slam into and try and go for. It looks like, did they kill off the Warg Rider? I think they might have. I think we missed another engagement and the Warg Rider has died, which is fair enough. That's, I mean, not that important. I'm going to see Olog High as well shift over here. So it looks like they're going to try and counter the cav. It looks like, yeah, they finally killed off that, like this outer defense here, but there's still a solid line of elves here. Lothlorien is not making any headway. Attacking his Sindar brother. This, though, is looking bad as well. This choke point looks like it's going to fall. And because of the complications of the other choke point, they aren't able to easily get supply reserves here. Not easy at all. It looks like, I think Woodland Realm can go through this forest and he can do it. And I think, yeah, the Tomb Raiders can also come through that forest there and they can get to this front line. But I don't think they're going to get there in time. The Guards of Teeth are chewing up the elves in there.
The enemy have rallied their units.
And yeah, Forest Axes have tried to again slow down the supply of troops getting through here. They're getting side-shotted though by Bow Rabble, supporting the Black Shield Guard.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
And again, there you go. Looks like, yeah, the attackers baying for blood. They kind of snuck through. I think that's actually a pretty legal sneak through. Can't really tell where Imladris' remaining troops are there. Again, Two Raiders being sent in to try and slam in and stop this bleed. Surprised the Orc High would not send up here to try and break through. There's still a lot of ammo on the table for the defenders, though. They would be in a lot of danger. Mountain Orc Traverses have barely spent any of their ammo, and neither have the Lasgarland Warriors over here. I mean, some of them have, some of them haven't. Look at this, though. Lothlorien is getting boxed out of the game right now because of 2 cav units. They are, like, boxing up. I don't know where the other Elven cav is still very... Not really in any sort of aggressive position, but yeah, Lothlorien's playing very passive right now. It kind of turned into a 3v3 there. Dunland is also breaking through over here. I think this is Dunland. Yeah, this is Dunland, and it also looks like it's the elves. They've broken through here now. These choke points just need to be abandoned. They've just got to stop the bleed. Try and block this choke point. Halberds of Gundabad are going to go down. They're going to try and stop the wild men of Dunland here. Proddington, the Thranduil also being sent in. Going to get a bit of a charge there. I wouldn't say it's the greatest charge going through friendlies, but it has stopped Dunland in advancing. He's decided to change his mind and try and deal with the remaining troops over here. Tomb Raiders are again now going to try and hold this line. I would not have bothered. Lasgarland Axes as well. These are lost cause units now. Fighting for a choke point that can't easily be defended and can be flanked. They can just charge into the side here. They need to try and pull stuff back. The elves are still sending in more Lasgarland blades being sent into this choke point here, and they can just get side-shotted really easily from over here, which, to be honest, the Archer Herban want to start about doing, really. The only sort of outer choke points that are still being held is this one here by against Lothlorien, and the one over here against Dunland is still holding nicely, but the cracks are starting to show here. Red Seal Guard breaking. Guards and Ladris starting to go as well. Yeah, not Gundabad, Dunland. Shock infantry having a pretty poor day, you could say. Struggling really to break through so far. But this choke point looks like it's stabilizing a little bit, but yeah, the shock's starting to lose. It's getting shot on the side. Every volley that it gets, it starts to lose just a little bit. I think there's both friendly, there's both defender and attacking Lasgarland axes in here. That would be confusing as hell. You'd be like, how do we tell the difference?
Enemy units have returned to the battle.
Actually, the Tomb Raiders started to win this now. They actually have won a couple of these engagements. Lasgarland Axes look like they have very much overcommitted. And yeah, those Lasgarland Axes are losing decisively, also getting shot on the side. They can hold this front here. It's going to be difficult, though, to keep holding on to it because they just can't get side-shot. The attackers have a reasonable amount of ammo left. Certainly Lothlorien does this Twilight Guard he's brought as well, which is... I don't think it's worth it. They're actually not that much better as archers. They are decent at melee, though. So, I mean, that's always handy if you need to use them as an infantry unit as well. If anything better is to bring defensively, even though you've got to spend more money. You are getting like a 2-in-1 unit. The Amaral Sentinels still struggling to get through here. Shock infantry being sent in here.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
That's a lot in there. Actually, the Wooden Realm is 3v1ing the Amaral Sentinels here. Surprisingly, these guys aren't losing. They're combat even. And Lothlorien's actually sending more troops. The other choke point now is, I think he's realizing this is merely a distraction. It's working, to be honest. It's absorbing a lot of Wooden Realm units there, that's for sure. Oh, this is not good at all. Halberds of Gundabad here getting focused down. They're actually technically in melee because there's a Black Shield bodyguard who's right in the middle of the phalanx here. How this has happened, no idea. I'll rip a piece of that guy, just getting shot in the face, right between the eyes. He's busy fighting a Black Shield bodyguard right in front of him, but the real danger was like hundreds of meters away from these Archer Herb in here. It actually might have been the Lasgarlan Rangers. This choke point's now starting to slowly crumble. The Lasgarlan Axe in here, dealing with their elven kin. Behind that, these archers here are in danger. They want to start firing and trying to arouse some of these units here, to be honest. Bow Rabble would be a good choice. I mean, the Lasgarlan Rangers would be a really good target. They have like no armor at all, and these guys have like a lot of chevrons put on them. So there's a lot of money put into them. You can kill those off easily enough. That's a big loss for the Wooden Realm attacker.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
The Tomb Raiders are finally breaking. We're seeing Shock Infantry being in here. Lasgarlan Warriors, that hybrid unit's a really cool unit. Certainly not that great in melee, I think because they are both a hybrid unit. Doesn't really sniff that though, they're not good. And there you go, the Cav's gone in. I didn't even see it. So the eye, they've gone in here. They've snuck in the back and they've gone for a charge. Looks like it's their first one. They're pretty healthy. They're just going to get encircled, those. Again, a bit of a wasteful charge. Their shield's purple. Their shields are purple. I never realised. It's like dark purple. I don't know if I'm a fan of it. Don't know. They're just for orcs to the north, or is that for Mordor too? I do not know. I think black would have just been fine, but hey, a bit more colour, why not? They are winning. They're like killing the Emerald Sentinels, but they're going to get slowly killed off themselves here. They are heavily armoured. It will take a hot minute to kill them. The Cav has got in here. Has the Cav just charged the trolls? Or did it charge? Did it charge the general? I don't think it did. I think it charged the trolls. I don't see significant losses really for anything. Well, you go for the archers. You might have gone for the Lasgarlan Rangers, which have been shot at a little bit by the looks of it, but not enough. Again, the Cav here just easily been dealt with. It's just gone in behind. Fine, but it hasn't done a lot of damage. I mean, it did some damage to the general. Archers are actually supporting this fight quite nicely, giving the 7th Sky a bit of a fair fighting chance, killing quite a lot of this Cav here and also the Emerald Sentinels. But they're doing some damage there, so good on them there. And they're holding over here as well, got Hall Guard into the front line. So confusing seeing like Wooden Realm elves on both sides. Looks like the ruse is up, that there's a unit in behind as well. They committed, but it didn't really go anywhere. I think they have pulled the Hall Guardian that we just saw has come from this flank here. So it's just a Lasgarlan Spear defending there, which also means that the Gate Warden's moved as well, which it has. It's now over here defending this flank. Looks like the defenders are prepping for a last stand defense. I don't think they're going to hold this choke point much longer. Though Elrond is still going to hold here for now. He's going to be facing off against some Warlord champions. Banspower is pretty much dead even, and yeah, both sides have around about 2,200 for the defenders, 2,400 for the attackers. They have slowly bled them down. It's becoming what you'd say pretty close. Spears falling back, and all of a sudden, yeah, this assault's ended. There's a lot of pressure now off that choke point. They can shift their troops elsewhere if they want to. Archers, yeah, I mean, they are, actually are doing a lot of damage to these Lasgarlan Rangers. Luckily, they've used a lot of their ammo. Even still, handy to have these guys around. Although Kai obviously have not really been damaged too much yet. How did this Cav get out of this? I mean, it's not really got out that much, but and also just charged the hero of Amon Lang. It's not really gone for the best of targets, I can't lie. Whether they pulled through this, I'm not sure. They might have done, we just might have missed it. Either way, the Cav's not, I would say, not been very effective. This choke point's pretty much been given up here by the Wooden Realm because he's just got Forest Archers defending the front line. Lothlorien is slowly chipping away. Forest Axes going back in. They are going to commit more elite troops here to try and really hold this flank. And maybe that is the play. We have got Olokai in here. We've got Thranduil also. Just kind of watching this flank. And actually, Thranduil's not going to deal with that unit in the back. Which is actually a good use of the general. It also frees up that spear. So yeah, that's not a bad little play there. I'm kind of all for that from the Wooden Realm. How's that unit got around though? Admiral Sentinel? Oh, I guess there actually is quite a gap here that they can get around. Yeah, these units have been held in this choke point for God knows how long. They are slowly down. We've actually got a general in here now. We do have Gothmog in the front line here. Named after the Captain General and Lord of the Balrogs. Basically the same rank as Sauron as well, if you did not know, in Morgoth's army. Gothmog was probably, if anything, before he died, was probably more senior to Sauron. Yeah, these guys don't have purple shields. Gothmog's bodyguard at least, anyway. So whether it's just a Orcs of the North thing, or whether it's a Servants of the Eye, I've just generally not realized that. Oh, this choke point's kind of falling apart. They tried to retreat here. It's not worked at all. Yeah, they're rushing for the archers. I mean, they just snuck past the pikes there, gone for the archers. Lasgar and Axes, they're going to fall on their flank, as is Elrond. Archers here are losing, but they are dealing with this shock infantry here. The shock will do some damage to these archers. All just trying to pull out to disengage. It's a risky move, but I see why they tried it, because again the pikes are just getting flanked around. I don't think they got these guys set up properly, hence the chaos ensuing here. But yeah, Shocking just going to rear charge the pikes.
The enemy is at the wall.
They're going to just, yeah, I mean these archers here, oh no, yeah, they've not survived. And actually the final choke point here is in a lot of danger. Archers are trying to pull back. We can see another pike. It needs to set up properly. I would have sent Elrond in to engage before the pike is properly in position, because the pikes aren't going to be able to get their phalanx properly set up here. They're going to rush in, look at this, and then you'll see the axes already in amongst the phalanx. The pikes not down. There they go, now they're down. But losses are already taken, and already like they closed the gap. Luckily, oh actually that was lucky that the Warlord Champions fell back. I'm surprised they did, because they were doing a lot of damage there, and actually might have just killed that pike off anyway. The archers don't know what they're doing now, moving outside the cordon of the pikes once again. Poor move. They still have ammo as well. Engaging the archer Herbane here. Weird decision here. Do not get that. Kamul's gone in here, and he was winning that fight, but his ensign's pulled back. Whether it's because of the pole arms, or oh no, he's getting outflanked by Gothmog. That's why. Has he got much left? Not really. He's got his archers. Oh, and he's got a troll as well. I didn't even realize. Got a troll on the defense and one on the attack. So actually, yeah, they probably do want to keep Kamul alive a little bit longer. This troll's getting shot though quite a bit. Didn't even realize they had the troll. Even that hidden. Defending Wooden Realm here, fighting on. Doing maximum damage to these Dunlendings. And here come the trolls. These are the attacking trolls. They're slamming into pole arms here, Hall Guardians and Lasgar and Archers. They're trying to get all these Mountain Orc traverses, which would have been a huge haul if they managed to get those. They haven't. Not this time anyway. These guys are going to flank around. Are we going to see troll versus troll action here? I kind of hope we do. Don't really know how that combat would work, but I think we might. Yeah, here he goes. He's going to send them in. If we can get the archers here, yeah, I was going to see these Mountain Orc traverses start shooting. Might have some joy. He's going to have to weaken the attacking trolls before he can send his own in, because these are already weakened. He's firing fire arrows, which I don't think is the right move. I think he's thinking he can scare them like elephants. Oh yeah, he's sending them berserk actually, out of control. That worked. Will the Olokai though for the defenders also just go berserk engaging? Troll on troll action. Look how thrilling it looks. Who can tell who's winning? No one knows. And there you go. The attacking ones are no longer berserk. I think we're going to see the Olokai here. They're just disengaging. Oh, and they're just going to run for their polearm line. That's, yeah, and they've kind of achieved, they've done well there, actually. And these are tired. The other ones are fresh. Yes, yeah, he was never going to catch them. Never going to catch him. Looks like the elves are over here finally going to win their fight. Lotr is finally through. It's actually kind of pulling through, I won't lie. Careful, guys. Is that, well, I don't know. Kind of maybe again pulled through. But yeah, anyway, they finally routed the Hero of Ammon-Lank. Also, not the Hero of Ammon-Lank, the Lasgarden Spear. The Heroes of Ammon-Lank helped rout the Lasgarden Spears. And Spell, though, looking very dead even. Actually, the allies have more troops. They have 1,200 against 1,000 attackers. This is going to be interesting. There's a lot of archers, though, left, which necessarily aren't going to do too much in the way of damage. But they do have a fair bit of ammo. The attackers look like they might be ammo-less. So that is going to be a problem. They also still have cav to the defenders. While the attackers don't have any sort of cav capabilities, they're going to go and pick off stuff. I mean, they could just go for the Warlord Champion here, which I think is what they're going for. So open, I guess, just being rested up back there. But Thranduil can just go in, hit him. Don't know how much really Dunlan's got left. Looks like he's probably just got his gen left, I think. Even still, it's a pretty handy 57 shock infantry unit. They can do a lot of damage. There you go, Thranduil slams on in. And there you go, they routed the, sorry, they killed the general. They have kind of pulled through him, just because the polearms are chasing him and the trolls are coming. I feel like they just pulled out the same way they came in and just gone like, well, just kind of gone that way instead of going back where the polearms are. But yeah, maybe shouldn't have pulled through. He did knock over a lot of the unit, but I don't think he, I think most unit got up and was engaged once again. Technically a bit of a rule break. In my opinion, that is a bit of a rule break. I know everyone kind of plays slightly differently. And then, yeah, looks like we're going to see the final assault in a moment. Looks like we're going to see Lothlorien make this dedicated push over here against the Olokai. It's going to be tough. Looks like Dunlan was going to attack here against the Spears, which is, I think, a good matchup for them. They're Warlord champions. They're doing a good job. They have now got no generals, so morale could be a bit shot. Wooden Realm here. Again, well, no one wants to engage where the pikes are, really, ideally, but they might need to. Thranduil's over here. He's coming back for round 2, it looks like, on Dunland and anything else that he can hit. He's also actually occupying the Olokai, which is a pretty big win. And kind of unnecessary for the attackers. I mean, yeah, trolls do counter cav well, but he's got to catch that Thranduil, and it's also an elven cav. Just dance rings around that Olokai really well. More missiles coming in, hitting the oncoming shock infantry and polearms, which have 0 missile block. These boys are getting focused down. Thranduil once again, he's in the back lines. He's just looking for pretty options, free kills. Lords of Lasgarden engaging Kamul here, also going in, backing him up. Don't often see Lords of Lasgarden anymore. No one seems to bring them. They used to be like the guys to go for, but Lasgar Rangers they brought so much more. Now with the shock infantry hybrid as well, a lot of people bring that as a bow unit. Lasgar and Lords Lasgar don't get the love that they used to anymore. But there you go, Thranduil supporting his archers. Getting a nice charge there, the Warlords champion. Yeah, losing decisively, no surprise there. Also, Kamul's just a better shock unit for sure. It is a general unit and it is a custom unit. It's going to be very, very good. But Thranduil here is getting some good kills. Only lost 2 riders as well. So he's doing very, very well. And again, we've got kind of, it's sort of a boxing. I don't really know what's going on here. Lothorian's very uncertain about charging in. I mean, Gate Wardens which are untouched with triple bronze chevrons. Yeah, I think he sent the right unit forward, in my opinion. Sent the pole arms forward. It's the best unit that's probably going to be able to counter those spears and easily. This should have happened a little while ago as well. The spears backing up this shock infantry push. All the champions now have routed. They have no generals, that's why they're routing what I'd say is quite early. And actually, Mordor's just mass routed there. Gothmog's just gone, as has that general actually. Dunland's actually routed there. Now it is down to Lothlorien and the elves. And all of a sudden, this battle has turned on its head. I would have said that they kind of already had won the fight by this time this final assault came about. I feel like the defenders have done a really good job of just grinding down the attacks here. And a 4v3 as well. Very impressive. The trolls are in here as well. Look at that. Orcs just running through. They're mass routing the Woodland Realm there. The general is going to return. But for how long? And there goes Thranduil. I think he was thinking he could go in charge and might mass route the Lothlorien player here. But I think he's got one too many troops left that he would mass route. Polearms are in there though, but they're probably doing just a great job. It's just not going to be. It's going to be too little, too late. It's the best counter. I mean, this is also the problem for the attackers, is that the defenders have actually held onto their ammo, and they've managed to, like, you know, preserve something for this last stand. You can see here, though, actually, these are Noldor? I don't think these are Noldor. I think there's been a mistake there. You're not Noldor at all. I'd be interested to see actually what all these units are. I didn't even realize that. What is the general in here? Kamul? Oh, he's Eastlings. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Orcs, I imagine you're going to be trolls. But yeah, their Noldor is quite funny. I should have looked at the rest of their units when they had more infantry. I don't think they're elves. I think they're orcs. I think they'd be down as like orcs. There you go, a Pyrrhic victory. I'm guessing the Galadrim elves mass routed there and then. Got a Pyrrhic victory for the orcs of the north and for their elven allies. And this was sent in by Toast, who was playing as the orcs of the north. So thank you very much, man, for sending this one in. I think it was actually sent in by Jack from his from Toast's perspective. But still, thank you very much to both of them for this replay. Very, very cool replay. And yeah, you don't often see a 4v3 and the 3 end up winning. That's for sure. Certainly shows that numbers don't matter. Though I have a feeling, like I said, funds-wise, I think the defenders had either more funds or the attackers had less funds to work with. I think maybe defenders had just more funds, because I still think Mordor bringing 3,500 troops is insane. It really is. And that looks like a typical sort of Mordor build, to be honest, you might bring. We'll have a quick look at Toast's army and his kills first. Kamul getting 149 kills there is not too shabby. Gundabad Wards 138 kills. Tomb Raiders 166. 171. Citadel Guards getting 92 kills. Alberts of Gundabad, one of them got 175 kills. One got 21 kills. And then 190 kills here with the Traverses, 233 with another one. Some CIA 103. I definitely think they could have done better. And the Olokai getting 80 kills. Then we have Cut playing as the Woodland Realm on the defense, getting 224 kills with Thranduil, and he's still healthy as well. He could have gone on and got a lot more kills if the battle carried on. 111 kills, 100 kills dead with the Forest Sentinels. 202 kills with the Last Golden Warriors. It's actually got 427 kills. Actually did prove its worth very nicely in that one. Obviously, clearly, I think a lot of orcs Lasgard and Spears, 124 kills, 111 there. Then he's got his archers, 188 kills, the Lord's Lasgard, and his Cav. One of them did get 106 kills, which is not too bad. Then we have Sap Sorrow playing as Imladris at all these bows here, but the best of them getting 102 kills. His pikes, 80 kills. Shock infantry, 166, 164, 233. Then the guards of Imladris, 182 kills, 180 with the Elrond one as well there. Then we have Nova 6 playing as Mordor, led by Gothmog. Gothmog getting 86 kills and still healthy. It's a shame he didn't fight on a bit longer. Black Shield Bodyguards, 132 kills. Shock, his Morgul Raiders here getting 108 kills. His Mordor Orcs getting 143 kills. Guards the Teeth, 128 kills. And then, yeah, Olokai 27 is sad to see, that's for sure. Then we have Astro playing as Dunland, 97 kills the Huskars. I don't really rate these guys. I do think their Warlord champions are their bread and butter. Kind of why they spam them. 156 kills with the Warlord champions there, 101 with another 145. His archers getting 110 kills. Then we have Emperor Force playing as Lothlorien here. His swords not getting huge kills because they were fighting fellow elves, but 97 is the best there. Haldane got 123 kills. Shock again. I think routing just before it really got to see too much action in some cases. 66 kills there with the Heroes of Amon Lank, and then 104 kills with the Gladron Bow Warriors. Reason for low kills, fighting elves, and also passive for a lot of the game. He was boxed up, scared of a couple of cav units. Then we have Tom playing as the attacking Woodland Realm. 111 kills with the Lasgarden Blades here. 107 with his Lasgarden axes. Then his archers. 169 kills with the Lasgarden Rangers, 177 kills with the Lasgarden Rangers there as well. But there you go, guys. That's today's Dawnless Days replay. If you did enjoy and want to see more Lord of the Rings action, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're not here, and do feel free to comment as well down below. And thank you for watching. And if you need a little bit more Dawnless Days action in your life, do check out some of the videos appearing on your screen now. Bye for now.